Yes, it's only a canvas sky sailing over a muslin tree. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Say it's only a paper moon sailing over a muslin tree. What good is music if it ain't possessing something sweet? It ain't the melody, it ain't the music. There's something else that makes the tune complete. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It don't mean a thing, all you got to do is say do-a, 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 do-a. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you've got. Oh, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you've got. Oh, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. Do-a, 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 do-a. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
The ceremony will begin shortly. Families and friends, please find your way to your seats and watch for your favorite comet. We ask that you please silence your phones, but feel free to take photos from your seat.
We need all grads, go to your designated lineup locations for the procession. Thank you.
Friends, please welcome the UT Dallas class of 2023. Now taking the stage are your UT Dallas faculty and leadership, led by Speaker of the Faculty, Dr. Ravi Prakash.
Congratulations, class of 2023.
Your hard work and dedication have paid off.
And we are honored to have been a part of your educational journey.
Watching you grow and evolve into the amazing individuals you are today
has been an incredible experience for all of us.
As you leave this place and go out into the world,
remember that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to.
We hope that you take with you the knowledge, skills, and values that you have learned during your time here.
Once again, congratulations, class of 2023.
Go out there and make your mark on the world.
Be ambitious with values.
We know you will shine bright like the comets you are.
Congratulations!
There are times when the future unfolds before us. This is our time, a time when passion and ambition will lead to new careers. A time when creativity and innovation will build new businesses. A time when learning expands beyond the classroom. And a time to create cherished memories and foster new friendships.
I think the big reason why I decided to come to UTD was just because of the amount of great people that are here at this university.
It was actually like a home away from home.
It's super welcoming and the campus is like beautiful, so you can just walk around and find fun things to do.
Community is great, it's very diverse, there's always something going on.
And you get to meet people that have common interests.
There's something going on every day.
The people I know who are like the happiest with their time at UTD are those people who are always at the events, who are always going to club meetings.
70% of the time I'm coming to campus isn't even because of class, it's because my friends in the orgs, you know, say like, hey, let's go play tennis, let's go play volleyball, let's just go eat, let's go have a little study night.
Throughout my different classes, I've met all different types of people.
I remember sitting next to someone that came from like Hungary to compete on our chess team.
I remember my first semester when I came here, I saw this organization. I was like, oh my God, a club just for me.
I feel like they are very like open to like different cultures.
It's kind of really nice for us to find people within the community here.
There are different pockets of community for all different types of people.
There's a lot less stigma around being different here.
I know so many people on campus that have so many different unique degree plans. People that are involved in like business, but also minoring in the fine arts. People that are involved in chemistry, but they're minoring in political sciences.
I was able to do like a musical with UTD Theater.
I saw JSOM, the amazing Naveen Jindal School Management Program. And it's one of the best in the country. And I said, you know what? This is what I want to do. I love business. This is my future. So I just came here for that.
It's really nice to be around people who are like very into what they're learning about.
You really get a hands-on experience of whatever you're doing.
Honestly, I think that's the cool thing about UT Dallas is it's growing. It's not just already established like other universities, but it's a large campus. It's one of the fastest growing in the nation, and you can come here and really make a tradition. You can be part of a legacy.
I know I was able to start my own club to build software for other students at UTD.
I was able to start a medical club on campus, which I wouldn't have been able to do if I went to a different university.
I know everybody over the summer had internships, me included.
I have a job with the company that I interned with.
I actually have an internship lined up right now with Adobe headquarters in San Jose, California.
I'll be working as a software engineer.
I will start working in September at Texas Instruments.
No matter what is going to happen right after graduation, like it's okay because I have good friendships, family support, and just a lot of like passion for what I want to do and where I want to take myself, that ultimately it'll take me where I want to be.
My mom and dad have been very supportive of me.
Hi, Alma. My sister, Shania, she's my twin sister actually, so she goes here too. And she has been my rock.
Thank you for all the memories that you guys gave me, and thank you to all the UT Dallas staff and professors for giving me wonderful memories. I will always remember this school for my undergraduate.
We are the innovators and trailblazers of tomorrow. Our curiosity will shape the world, and we are ready to embrace new challenges and opportunities. And we do so as proud Comets. This is our university, the place where bright minds, resilient spirits, and boundless determination have combined to propel us into the future. This is our time to launch our dreams, and there will be nothing stopping us.
Supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. Having a good time. Don't stop me yes, now. Having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
Please welcome to the podium the president of the University of Texas at Dallas, Dr. Richard C. Benson.
Welcome to the 2023 University Commencement. Let me thank and congratulate everyone who was a part of that fun video. It showcases what makes UT Dallas so special. And I noticed quite a few of you enjoying Queen's rock classic, Don't Stop Me Now. And you may know that Sir Brian May, the lead guitarist, is also an astrophysicist. So he earned his doctorate from Imperial College in London. Now that makes for quite an interesting intersection of science and art. And I think that the creative, deep-thinking Dr. May would be quite at home at UT Dallas. Comments to paraphrase that song, there is no stopping you now. And congratulations to all of you, class of 2023. Joining me on the stage are various members of the university faculty and staff in leadership roles. And on their behalf, I want to say to this wonderful gathering of students, family, and friends, welcome to UT Dallas. This is our second year to hold this outdoor celebration, and from what I can tell by the size of the crowd, many of you got the word about how much fun it was last year. And it's almost as exciting as snagging a ticket to Taylor Swift Era Tour. You agree with me, yes. Except that our show won't feature a 3-hour set list, and there won't be any over-the-top costumes. Actually, there are over-the-top costumes. We're all wearing them. But don't worry. There will be many moments made for Instagram, including a cosmic light show and an outdoor party afterwards. And as you can imagine, it takes a lot of people working together to put on an event like this. But one person in particular deserves a great deal of credit for taking my suggestion to have an outdoor celebration and turning it into reality. And that person is Judy Barnes. Judy is the Senior Director of University Events and will retire in December. In her time at UT Dallas, Judy has helped make sweet memories for many thousands of our students and their family and friends. So Judy, thank you. Thank you. I love being president of this great university. One reason is that I get to be a part of a wonderful enterprise, a place where innovation happens. And just think about the depth of knowledge and the breadth of experience that is regularly imparted here. You may be an artist or an audiologist. You may be an engineer or an entrepreneur, or maybe some combination of all of those. Regardless, each of you has been supported and encouraged by our outstanding faculty and staff. And as president, I get to host special events such as this. And one of my roles tonight is as the opening act for our keynote speaker, Aaron Aryanpour. A proud member of the class of 2000, Aaron was nominated by you, our students, to speak, and I look forward in a short while to hearing his remarks. Before we hear from Aaron, though, I want to take a moment to reflect on our university's growth and progress. 50 years ago, in 1973, then UT Dallas President Bryce Jordan presided at the university's first graduation ceremony. I've seen the black and white photo of the first graduates accepting their diplomas from President Jordan. There were no undergraduates in that first graduating class of 4 people, no alma mater to sing, no cosmic light show, and no TMOC. Now, TMOC blazed into existence 25 years ago and has bringing main character energy ever since. You get that too. Good. The world was very different a quarter of a century ago. We were facing the dawn of a new millennium with a measure of apprehension, not quite sure what Y2K had in store for us. The internet, with all of its shiny and promising capabilities, was just grabbing our attention. Google was just getting started. Cell phones weren't widely used, and we had never heard of taking a selfie. Imagine going on vacation and actually being away from everything without having to go off the grid. At UT Dallas, some of the top majors for undergraduates in 1998 also appear on our 2023 list, specifically computer science, biology, psychology, and business administration. But there were not yet degrees being offered in arts, technology, and emerging communications, mechanical engineering, healthcare studies. Those 3 and many more have been added since 1998. Our enrollment then totaled 9,518 students, and compare that with the 31,570 students who we welcomed this fall. Needless to say, our university has changed dramatically in the years since TMOC was created. And we continue to change, whether through new degrees, new buildings, new traditions. Earlier this week, we announced a significant gift from the Harry W. Bass Jr. Foundation that is bringing about a change for one of our schools. This School of Arts, Humanities, and Technology will now be known as the Harry W. Bass Jr. School of Arts, Humanities, and Technology. So to all of you BAHT or BAT school members, congratulations. This gift represents a vote of confidence in our university and in turn our graduates. There is a through line in the experience of UT Dallas students. Regardless of what year you attended, you encountered excellent faculty and staff and took part in innovative programs. You studied and got to know people who were very different from you. Much like every generation of students, you helped shape UT Dallas into what it is today. And just like comments of decades past, you found encouragement and support from your family members and friends who made it all possible. And this seems like a perfect opportunity to let your family and friends know how much you appreciate what they have done. So to all of the family members in the audience. So students, you came to UT Dallas to launch your future. And now as that future unfolds before you, let me encourage you to pause for just a moment. Recall the challenges and opportunities that open doors to new activities and interests. Reflect on the research you spent hours conducting or the internship you worked so hard to get. And finally, remember what it felt like to walk on campus for the very first time and how it felt to discover the perfect place to study or to hang out with your friends. Remember it all. Those moments, when combined with your bright minds and excellent education, are the fuel that will propel you forward. So thank you for choosing UTD for your education, and thank you for all you have given back to the home of the Comets. It has been our honor and privilege to be a part of your journey. Whoosh. And now it is my great honor to introduce this year's keynote speaker, Aaron Aryanpour. Aaron is no stranger to standing on a stage in front of a lot of people, and I'm going to guess he's never done it in a cap and gown. In 1998, Aaron put his artistic skills to work conjuring a face that only a comet could love. He holds the distinction of having created Blaze, the first iteration of what would become our beloved mascot, T-Mock. Aaron ventured into the world of stand-up comedy after graduating from UT Dallas with a degree in art and performance and literary studies. He has traveled throughout the country, appearing in comedy clubs and theaters and on college campuses. He has made his national television debut on Laughs, a Fox comedy showcase, and has been a contributing joke writer and voiceover actor for a range of programs. In addition to being named the funniest comic in Texas in 2012, Aaron reached the semifinals in 2 national competitions, Comedy Central's Up Next Talent Search and NBC's Stand Up for Diversity. And you may have heard Aaron before. His album, In Spite Of, reached the top 10 of both iTunes and Billboard's comedy album charts. He's appeared on the Minivan Men podcast with fellow comics, Maz Jobrani and Al Madrigal. And he has been featured on Comedy Central Radio and 24/7 Comedy Radio. And tonight, though, you get to hear him live. And it is now my great honor to welcome to the stage of Comet Central, our friend and proud alumnus, Aaron Aryanpour. Aaron.
It's trippy. Hi, everybody. How are you? Thank you, Dr. Benson. Graduates, loved ones, and distinguished faculty members, it is an honor to be with you here today. I'm so grateful to the University of Texas at Dallas, my alma mater, for the privilege of being your keynote speaker. When I was first invited to speak, I was beyond humbled and a little confused. Why would you need me to write a commencement speech? Don't you all have ChatGPT? There had to be other former students who would be more qualified, CEOs, astronauts, folks with a valid Costco membership, accomplished professionals who have a concrete idea of what success means. You're stuck with an artist and a comedian. I know there's a lot going on today, lots of feelings to manage. We're outside. There's the parking, getting in here on time. Where are we gonna eat after this? Lots of little things to potentially stress out your day. Please take a moment to breathe. Recognize how special this moment is. Own this. You've worked hard for this. And in case you haven't heard it yet today, I am proud of you. For those who fought their battles while showing up to educate themselves to get here today, that is success. Count it as a win. I am proud of you. There are some of you who know exactly who you are, what you want to do, how you're going to make your mark. Yeah, I've got nothing for you. You'll be fine. Congratulations. But if you arrived at this point even here today with any self-doubt, I may have some thoughts I hope might help. I'm a husband, a father, a brother, and a son. Professionally, I identify as a frustrated creative, wanting to bring my imagination, my skills, my passion into existence and somehow make a positive impact, and never quite knowing if I do. There's opportunities around every corner, and several roadblocks, many of which I've constructed myself. I didn't pursue the visual arts or stand-up comedy to get rich, and so far, that's been working out. But I have earned a living since before graduation, creating logos, cartoons, and packaging designs. And to any concerned parents out there, yes, those silly drawings and the funny stories have paid for groceries and a mortgage. Regarding stand-up, I had humble goals. To see my name on the club's marquee, to record a comedy album, to maybe get on TV, to hear my last name pronounced correctly. Going back to the very beginning, my goals were even grander. Find the courage to even get up on stage. Starting is always the hardest part. Other goals seem oddly specific. I don't know how many other comedians dream of this, but I always wanted to do something noteworthy enough to be interviewed on NPR by Terry Gross. And I always thought it would be amazing to be invited to my old university to give this very speech. Yeah. I sincerely thank you all for this opportunity. In my fantasies, it also came with an honorary doctorate. No harm in asking. I'm also a comet, class of 2000, which makes me feel old, but also helps with the math. Not only am I a comet, but many years ago, I helped bring our beloved T-Mock into existence. All right. For good or bad, I will be forever tied to that, quote, kind of creepy but lovable, unquote, character. To those who embraced him, I thank you. It's amazing to see the culture that you've built around him. To those who I terrified, I apologize. And a special shout out to those of you who embodied T-Mock over the years, like Eric, who I had the pleasure of meeting on a campus tour recently. You all brought him to life. Shout out to Eric right there. I enrolled as a freshman here in 1996 when the university was still new, like in university years. I saw a flyer on my way to class one day asking, what does our mascot look like as a costumed character? We were already the Comets, which made sense for a science and technology school that was obsessed with space. And as a freshman, it seemed like a tame mascot. I had friends going to schools with aggressive mascots like the Tigers or the Grizzlies. Ours, you had to see with a telescope. And even then, sightings were unreliable. What is a comet? It's a ball of dust and ice that lives outside of the solar system, away from all of this planetary absurdity. It rolls into town every so often to show off, and then it zips right back to the Kuiper Belt. Unless something gets in its way. You ever play that game, which mascot would win in a fight? Well, I'm sure a comet would dominate. What is that, a wolf against a planet destroyer? A comet is a badass on its own path. I sketched a determined ice blue ball with fiery hairs, submitted it, and expected to hear nothing back. It was a campus-wide search, after all, and I had no way of knowing what my chances were. I was thrilled to hear that my design had won. My ego had to ask, so in this extensive search for something as important to the university as this, how many submissions did you get? Expecting dozens, maybe hundreds of entries? 4. So I guess my chances were about 25% then, UTD. You see what I did just now? I took a win in my life and I gave it a sour footnote. I put myself right in the margins of my own story. If you're anything like me, you have a list of excuses for when things go wrong in life. I have excuses ready to go. But just as often, and I'm only realizing this for myself, I also have a list of excuses for when things go right. I was lucky. Maybe I didn't earn this. Those poor graduates are stuck with an artist and comedian. Nonsense. Too often, my wins came with a caveat, even if I was the only one who saw it. If there's any kind of footnote in your mind today, do your absolute best to ignore it. Own this moment. Just in case you've been waiting for an outside voice to say it's okay, or you're waiting for an accomplishment that you think you need to make a title, some nebulous goal. Once met, then you can feel proud. Then you're allowed to be happy. Then your life can start. I'm here to tell you that you already have permission. Whose permission? Doesn't matter, T-Mox. Today's a win, count it. Being a frustrated creative has taught me a few things. There's nothing comfortable about stand-up comedy or any kind of creative pursuit. If you're sensitive enough to observe and filter the world around you, you're also sensitive to criticism. Where's T-Mock again? Okay. I didn't need comedy to teach me humility. I'm a parent. I also grew up with an immigrant father. So no humility there. He was my first boss. He made me interview for the job. He asked me my strengths and then told me my weaknesses. If you have a fear of rejection, sharing yourself is great exposure therapy. And at some point, you stop doing an impression of your heroes or what you think a professional is, and you find your own voice. And to paraphrase Miles Davis, it takes lots of time, effort, and courage to be yourself. And just like your pursuits, I'm sure no one sees the mountain of work it takes to get to the finished product. Others may minimize it or ignore it completely. Stand-up teaches me that everyone has an opinion. They're allowed to have them. You're also allowed to know that sometimes they're wrong. Stand-up teaches me to edit. This speech was originally 2 hours long. You're welcome. Stand-up also taught me to be in the moment, to look for and appreciate fresh perspectives. The only sins were stealing someone else's work or going for the easiest, cheapest joke. Originality was respected and anything else was hack. I learned that it is better to be honest than funny. People want to laugh, but they also want to connect with the truth, your truth. And sometimes a joke is just a joke. And sometimes it can be a revelation. It teaches me that everyone has a story to tell and that differences are to be celebrated. With my background growing up in Texas, I felt like I didn't belong. All through school, and even here, surrounded by actual geniuses, I felt there must have been some mistake. I found a community of self-proclaimed misfits who turned their pain into others' enjoyment, finding some peace for themselves in the process. From all backgrounds and cultures, performers of different ages, ethnicities, and orientations, we looked out for each other. We added lines to each other's material. We inspired each other to be better. My life is richer for having known every one of them. And as solitary as stand-up seems, it takes a lot of people to make it happen. There's showrunners, friends, a supportive family. The audiences all shape what you create. Stand-up is also basically complaining in a way that people want to hear. You dissect the world, your family, yourself. Your comedy mind seeks out and concentrates on life's injustices and misfortunes because it's all potentially good material. You get so efficient at it that you can easily ignore the good stuff. I learned that self-deprecating humor is a tricky thing. If you're not careful, you could be applauded for self-hate. So if you're going to criticize the outside world or yourself, and everything is worth criticism, try your best to at least not be mean. When you have a voice like that, you can also choose your targets. This isn't everybody, but my philosophy is you're supposed to be the jester. You're supposed to speak truth to power. Your mission isn't to make the powerful feel better about how they got there. It's supposed to be subversive, punk. And when you use that platform to punch down on human beings who are already marginalized, that's the oldest joke there is. It ain't rebellious, it's old and cheap, and it's hack. Every comedian wants the energy of a sold-out crowd, and it can be really devastating to drive 5 hours and see 12 faces staring back at you. Some comedians see those empty seats as yet another insult, and they lash out. I learned early on that you don't take it out on the few who did show up for you. At each step of the way, I kept wondering when the big break was coming, when my career would actually begin. I counted all the auditions and the showcases and the contests where I knew my life was going to change and then just didn't. Not realizing that getting work was itself a reward. It took everything shutting down in 2020 for me to realize, oh, I was having a career. So pay attention. You may be accomplishing more than you know, only you're too close to see it. There's way more wins than rejections. Own them. I took a life drawing class here with the nude models, you know, and it was educational and at times gross. One class, my professor paused, looking over my shoulder as I sketched our model, and he said, "Wow, it's like a computer plotting points." And then he just walked away. And now there isn't a compliment or a casual observation that I can't also twist into a critique. You know, it makes living hard sometimes, but it's the perfect mindset for an artist. He was complimenting my accuracy, I think, but it felt more like he was saying I didn't have any artistic expression. A computer can plot points without me. So maybe I wasn't an artist. Maybe I didn't belong in that class. I think about that quote differently now, especially when AI tries to take over more and more creative work. It's not fair, doing taxes and washing dishes while the robots get to paint and write poetry. But a computer could not have written this speech, for instance, because it hasn't lived my experience. It can be, just know that there can be artistry in whatever you do. Composing a song, preparing a meal, teaching, coding, healing someone. Whenever you put your heart into what you're doing, whenever you allow yourself to be a feeling, creative, messy, and connected human being, you give your art, your work, life. And I don't know if Picasso really said this, but it looks great on a meme. He said, "Every child is born an artist. The problem is to remain an artist once we grow up." By the age of 10, I loved to draw, and I was fascinated with comic strips, Mad Magazine, and even editorial cartoons. Weird for a fifth grader, I know. My parents found out about a talk being given by a working editorial cartoonist and thought it would be something I'd enjoy. My hardworking Iranian-American father drove me on his rare night off to a nearby college campus, which I thought was a little strange at the time, and we found the lecture hall. Even though it was open to the public, the room was filled with, and only with, college students, and I immediately felt out of place, like they all knew we didn't belong there. I felt my dad had made a mistake, and I was beyond embarrassed. I whispered to him that I wanted to leave. He whispered back, "Why? You probably draw better than anyone else in here. Plus, I thought you wanted to learn something." So we stayed, and I learned a lot from both the editorial cartoonist and my father. I was able to revisit the campus a few weeks ago. We stopped by the Student Affairs office where I got to see some prints of my old sketches. There's a quote over the door that reads, "You belong here." Hold on to that message wherever you go, whether it's a stage or in a boardroom. Don't doubt yourself so much. Your presence is not an accident. Don't ever apologize for being yourself or taking up space. You belong. Okay. Gary Shandling was one of my favorite comedians, and while I never got a chance to meet him, I did get to perform in California, standing on some of the very same stages where he once stood. And thanks to the documentary, The Zen Diaries of Gary Shandling, we could all see his inner thoughts scribbled into one of his many notebooks. A comedian's journal is filled with premises and punchlines, but also to-do lists and notes to self. On one page, he had written, "Give more. Give what you didn't get. Love more. Drop the old story." I think of that line nearly every day. The beauty of stand-up is that if a line doesn't quite work or fit, you can drop it, or change it and try again the next night. If the story has been that you're a misfit, destined to never feel like you belong anywhere, drop it, knowing there's a home for you out there, and there's a home here. If the story you've been telling yourself puts limits on what you can or want to do, you have the power to change it. And if the story has been that the current world is doomed beyond repair, you can help drop that story too. But you can't change the world if you don't believe you have the power to change yourself. If the story has been that success was supposed to come sooner, so maybe it may never come at all, take some inventory. Whose definition of success have you been using? Success can mean a promotion or a job interview. It can be a garden, or being able to find your own voice and speak up for yourself, or graduating this evening. Some days, success could simply be getting out of bed and brushing your teeth, as long as you keep showing up and taking those steps forward. being present in my sons' lives, a witness and a steward to their childhoods, and realizing that they are way more confident, prepared, and secure than I ever was at their ages, I consider one of the greatest successes of my life. And there's no section for that on a resume. My wife and I met here as students. We started dating over there. Big T-Mock fan, by the way. 22 years of marriage, navigating all that life has thrown at us, is a success. Once a month, my old Waterview roommates and I get together for lunch, and we still have things to laugh about. I'm counting every one of those wins. So if you're curious as to how ChatGPT would finish this speech, because we ran it through, here it goes. As you leave here today, remember that your journey is just beginning. Don't be afraid to take risks, to fail, and try again. Don't compare your path to anyone else's, and don't be too rigid in your definition of success. Imagine the computer's telling you to not be too rigid. Hug your loved ones today. Celebrate. Be celebrated. It's a moment of accomplishment. And when someone congratulates you and you immediately remember all of those footnotes on your way here, try this instead. Say, thank you. I worked hard. Pay attention going forward. There will be a lot more of these moments than you realize. You're allowed to count them all. Okay? Count your wins. Thank you for this gift. I really appreciate it. Congratulations, graduates. Whoosh.
Thank you, Aaron, for that great speech. Today is a success. Own it, right? You wrote that, not ChatGPT. So your story is yet one more reason to be proud of UT Dallas, and thank you for the legacy you've provided through your creation of TMOC. You are always welcome on our campus. We are a community of scholars, teachers, researchers, and students committed to education, fundamental research, and service for the state of Texas and the United States of America and the world beyond. UTD is comprised of 7 schools offering a rich array of academic disciplines and majors. And now our academic deans from these 7 schools will introduce their graduates. Each dean will come forward as their name is announced.
Please welcome to the podium Dr. Nils Romer, Dean of the Harry W. Bass Jr. School of Arts, Humanities, and Technology.
Graduates from the newly named Harry W. Bass Jr. School of Arts and Humanities and Technology, please rise as able. I present the graduating class of the Harry W. Bass Jr. School of Arts, Humanities and Technology. Please be seated. Hello, my name is Nils Romer, and I serve as the Dean of the Bass School of Arts, Humanities, and Technology at UT Dallas. Welcome to you, your family, and your friends, and thank you for joining us in celebrating this momentous occasion. It is indeed an honor. We're home here to the creatives, students studying the arts, humanities, and design, number in any semester about 2,000. Yet we serve more than twice as many creatives majoring in many fields across campus. That is because creativity and innovation are really at the center of teaching and research here at UT Dallas. We celebrate creativity in our classrooms, in our labs, in our studios, and in our galleries. We foster imagination, and we cultivate techniques and redefine genres. Gordon Cheng, Oracle's Deputy Corporate Security Architect and one of UTD's distinguished alumni, is a gifted pianist who performed with our Musica Nova. He compares reading Mozart to Oracle's application architecture data flow. And students from many schools take arts and humanities courses and participate in theater and music ensembles to enrich their learning. Creativity is their form of expression, is their currency. Graduates, beyond your diploma, you have acquired new ways of looking at an interconnected world. The new lens is essential as we enter what some have called the age of imagination, where creativity and imagination will become the primary determiners of our economic value. There's a reason Disney has the Magic Kingdom and not the data analytics kingdom. Creativity is about the new and the never done before. Remember that you have the talent and the skill set and the power to create. Whether your degree is in arts or humanities or in any of the other schools, you are here today with the tools to advance the common good in our global community because you are creatives. To the graduating class of 2023, congratulations.
Please welcome to the podium Dr. Stephen Small, Dean of the School of Behavioral and Brain Sciences.
Graduates from the School of Behavioral and Brain Sciences, please rise as able. I present to you the graduates of the School of Behavioral and Brain Sciences. You may be seated. To the BBS class of 2023, parents and families and friends, your students are graduating from a wonderful university, a premier research university in the DFW Metroplex, and a college within that university that embodies all the excellence and aspirations that comprise UT Dallas. Our college, the School of Behavioral and Brain Sciences, encompasses 3 departments: neuroscience, which focuses on the study of the human brain; psychology, which delves into the complexities of the mind; and speech, language, and hearing, which explores our uniquely human ability to communicate with language. The human capacity for language requires complex interactions among many aspects of mental function, from memory to attention to motor planning to emotion. And these are implemented in the hardware of the human brain. Language also enables social interaction and social relationships, demonstrating the role of language in the evolution of our species. The intertwining of language and social relationships illustrates the intrinsic connection between the mind and the brain. Some years ago, I had a heated discussion with a colleague about the evolutionary change in the human brain that led to a dramatic increase in its size and complexity. My colleague, who is a social scientist, expressed the view that these evolutionary changes, which distinguish us from all other species, were driven by the development and refinement of human social interactions. My view as a language scientist was that this incredible change, most obvious in the so-called prefrontal cortex, right up here, in the front part of the brain, was due to the development of human language. At the end of the day, or maybe it was a year or 2 or 3, we agreed that human social interaction and human language evolved together, and in tandem led to the huge growth in the size and complexity that makes the human brain. And in fact, this prefrontal part of the brain is known to play a huge role in both language and social interaction. All of this is to say that it makes complete sense intellectually and pragmatically to have a school of behavioral and brain sciences, which is a very unique kind of place if you look around the country and world. This school, in which the triad of brain, mind, and language are studied together, is the uniqueness. Our graduating students, your children, friends, and family have had the opportunity to major in myriad fields within this rubric, studying with national and international experts who themselves are pushing the window of knowledge through their research. I hope you see how your students' major program, whether child development, speech, language, and hearing, cognitive science, neuroscience, and/or psychology, all fit together in this puzzle. The career options for behavioral and brain scientists are innumerable, from hands-on helping of others in physical and mental health care or child care, to working in science and technology, to advancing business and industry. With valuable knowledge and skills, our BBS alumni are making huge impacts throughout our society. You are soon to join this esteemed group, and we look forward to seeing your unique paths. Onward to bigger things for all of you. You've all enriched our university, our school, and our lives. Thank you so much. We will miss you.
Please welcome to the podium Dr. Stephanie Adams, Dean of the Eric Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science.
Will the graduates of the Eric Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science please rise as able? President Benson, on behalf of our preeminent faculty in the Johnson School, it is my pleasure to present these graduates. Graduates, please be seated. Graduates, when this week full of pomp and circumstance is over, the graduation parties wind down and talk of next steps for graduates dissipates, conversations will turn to what's happening in the larger society. Near the top of the list of topics will be things like ChatGPT. If you need a primer, ChatGPT is artificial intelligence that uses deep learning to compose written text from one word to whole essays, as we heard from our speaker. The text created by the software could end up in legal briefs, advertisements, insurance policies, poems, and even social media and product descriptions. ChatGPT is considered by many to be the greatest technological advance since the iPhone was released in 2007. A revolution most here can appreciate, even for our youngest graduates. It may only be in the movies. ChatGPT has set off an arms race of sorts between tech companies to produce competition not only in text generation, but also in other areas such as art and automatic speech recognition systems. Elementary school children to grandparents have begun to use technology, and AI-generated art has already been created of politicians and celebrities that have us asking if the photographs are real or not. Why am I talking about AI? Because it's an example of the far-reaching influence that these Johnson School graduates today are going to have on the everyday life of everyone present and everyone who will watch this recording. These aspiring engineers and computer scientists will impact our lives in ways we have not yet imagined. These graduates have put in the time, dedication, and heart to learn how to think and how to master the design process. They've spent late nights at hackathons experiencing that the best solutions, those most innovative, elegant, groundbreaking, and impactful, arrive by working together with people from various parts of the globe. That no one perspective alone can create something as revolutionary and practical for humankind, such as ChatGPT. The strategic theme for the Johnson School this year has been the Year of Gratitude. So thank you to the graduates for inspiring us as professors and administrators. Thank you to the faculty, staff, and my colleagues on this stage, especially the upper administration of UTD, for all the ways you support our students and the Johnson School. Thank you to the families present who contributed to your being here today to graduate. And if you find me afterward, you can let me know if you think I should thank ChatGPT for writing this commencement speech. Thank you and congratulations to all. Go Comets and whoosh!
Please welcome to the podium Dr. Jennifer Holmes, Dean of the School of Economic, Political, and Policy Sciences.
Graduates from the School of Economic, Political, and Policy Sciences, please rise as you are able. I present to you the graduates of the School of Economic and Political and Policy Sciences. So to quote Lin-Manuel Miranda, "My dear terrified graduates, you are about to enter the most uncertain and thrilling period of your lives. The stories you are about to live are the ones you will be telling your children and grandchildren and therapists. In all seriousness, as you leave the structure of UTD, you are about to start on an adventure of life's opportunities, choices, and lessons. As tomorrow's leaders, you will draw upon insights gained from social and policy sciences to make this country tomorrow even better than what it is today. In the next decades, I challenge you to remain civically engaged. Together, we can address the challenges of balancing regulation with freedom, remedying inequality and injustice, creating effective public services and responsive government, and addressing other issues that impact our community. The future starts today, not tomorrow. Before I congratulate you, close your eyes and think of the people who helped you get here. Remember to thank them and pay it forward. Congratulations.
Please welcome to the podium Dr. Tanya Wissinger, Interim Dean of the School of Interdisciplinary Studies.
Graduates from the School of Interdisciplinary Studies, please rise as you are able. I present to you the graduates of the School of Interdisciplinary Studies. Please be seated. I'm going to give you a few facts about the School of Interdisciplinary Studies. As graduates of the school, you'll spend a lot of time explaining your degree, so I'm going to help you out. The interdisciplinary studies degrees are flexible and individualized. In consultation with your academic advisor, students design an area of concentration that suits their interest, experience, and goals. In the American Studies program, students explore coursework in a variety of important areas. This includes race and ethnicity, communication, law and culture, and environmental studies. The BS and Healthcare Studies curriculum integrate both science courses and healthcare studies courses. Each degree plan is personalized for the health path for which the student wishes to enter. The education degrees prepare students for teacher certification using classes in curriculum and instruction, educational technology, and classroom management. We currently have a residency program that allows students to be paid while they're working on their clinical teaching. Finally, the Masters in Interdisciplinary Studies allow graduate students to integrate academic disciplines, theories, methodologies in order to address students' individual academic and professional goals. Finally, I want to say I've had the pleasure to teach many of the IS graduates, and I'm proud of all of you. Congratulations.
Please welcome to the podium Dr. Varghese Jacob, Vice Dean for the Naveen Jindal School of Management.
Graduates from the Naveen Jindal School of Management, please stand as you are able. I present to you the graduates of the Naveen Jindal School of Management. Please be seated. First, let me congratulate you on your achievement today. And as you go forth today, I'm sure you're thinking, no more exams, no more case studies. I have good news for you. That may possibly be true for some of you, but what you have done here, what you have accomplished here, I don't think is going to change as you go forward. Remember, the primary function of the school was to teach you about learning. And as you go forward on your next steps of the journey, learning never stops. Why? Because change never stops. Life is all about change. You heard about ChatGPT. Didn't hear about it 2 or 3 years ago. As graduates from the Naveen Jindal School of Management, what we hope is that you will embrace these changes. But as you go forward, you have to be continuous learners. And to be successful leaders, you have to continue to learn as you go along. And I know you are going to be successful leaders as you go along. And it doesn't matter whether you are a leader in for-profit, not-for-profit, public service, or you choose to become a monk or a nun. It doesn't matter. We know you're going to be successful. And as you are successful, please come back. Remember, we are one of the nationally ranked schools in this area and in the nation, if you will. And for us to continue to be nationally ranked, we need you to be an active participant in our school. So come back, be a mentor, be a speaker, help somebody out, hire an intern, do whatever it takes, but be engaged with our school as you go forward. And remember, it is not just the position that matters, it is also what you do to help your other folks, whether it is in the school or in the community. So as you go forward as Jindal graduates, remember, I know you are all going to be successful CEOs, CFOs, whatever it may be, but remember to take care of everybody else around you, and you will be just as satisfied. And in the words of Mr. Spock, live long and prosper.
Please welcome to the podium Dr. David Heinemann, Dean of the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics.
Graduates from the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, please rise as you're able. I present to you the graduates of the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. Please be seated. Today, I have the honor and privilege of presenting you all as graduates who have successfully completed your degree requirements. Congratulations. This momentous milestone presents the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. You've proven yourselves to be exceptional scholars and demonstrated your ability to overcome challenges in pursuit of your academic goals. Your education here at UT Dallas is only a dress rehearsal for the exciting road ahead, one that now is yours to lead. As you leave campus and embark on your respective paths, I encourage you to embrace the opportunities that await you. Carry along the memories and experiences that you've shaped while you've been here. We're proud of your accomplishments. Natural sciences and mathematics are fields that require innovation, creativity, and critical thinking, and I have no doubt that you will rise to the challenge. Whether you continue your education, pursue research, or enter the workforce, you're destined for greatness. NSM has some of the best and brightest stars. Thank you for your hard work. We're sending you cutting-edge technology into space, fighting to end cancer, and preparing the next generation of STEM teachers. Your dedication is helping us create clean energy, design life-saving drugs, and solving the world's most complex issues through mathematics and logic. We look forward to cheering you on as you contribute to the betterment of society. It's also important to remember you're not alone. NSM has a strong and supportive community that is always here for you. Our faculty and staff are dedicated to your success, and you will remain a cherished part of our family. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2023. I wish you the best of luck wherever life may take you. Go out and make your mark on the world.
Congratulations, graduates. I now invite to the podium the Dean of Undergraduate Education, Dr. Jessica Murphy, for degree certification.
The commencement activities are the highlight of the academic calendar. We gather to recognize and celebrate your dedication, hard work, and the glorious achievement of earning your degrees. You have gained a great deal of knowledge, but even more important, you have gained the ability to understand and apply that knowledge. We hope that you will use the ability to understand to pursue new directions, acquire new knowledge, and then apply it wisely. I would also like to recognize the tremendous contributions, commitment, and sacrifices of the parents, families, and friends that help make this day a reality. Woo, that's right. Students succeed not only because of their own efforts, but also because of the support they receive from families and friends. So, to our graduates and their families, congratulations, good luck, success, and best wishes for your very bright futures. I would like to offer a special recognition of those undergraduate students graduating with honors today. The Office of Undergraduate Education developed the Service Honors Program to recognize students whose contributions to the university community go beyond academic achievement. Specifically, to earn service honors, undergraduates must complete a minimum of 40 hours of volunteer service each semester during their time at UT Dallas, and possess a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.25. You will notice these students are wearing medallions with blue ribbons. Service honors recipients, please stand as you are able and be recognized. Please be seated. To earn major honors in their disciplines, students must meet criteria set by the faculty within their school. Latin honors are based on a 45-hour residency requirement and grade benchmarks set within each school. A minimum grade point average of 3.4 is required for all Latin honors. Students with graduating with major honors may be wearing a stole. Students who are graduating with Latin honors will be wearing a medallion with different colored ribbons. Will all students who have earned major honors within their schools please stand as you are able and be recognized? Candidates, please be seated. Cum laude. These are the medallions with green ribbons. The grade point average that represents the top third of all graduates in a particular school is considered the threshold for awarding cum laude honors. Cum laude graduates, please stand as you are able and be recognized. Candidates, please be seated. Magna cum laude graduates are wearing medallions with green and white ribbons. The grade point average that represents the top 15% of all graduates in a particular school is considered the threshold for awarding magna cum laude honors. Magna cum laude graduates, please stand as you are able and be recognized. Candidates, please be seated. Our summa cum laude graduates have medallions with orange and white ribbons. The grade point average that represents the top 5% of all graduates in a particular school is considered the threshold for awarding summa cum laude honors. Students graduating summa cum laude, please stand as you are able and be recognized. Candidates, please be seated. Collegium 5 is UT Dallas's 4-year honors program. C5 admits approximately 300 students per year. To graduate with Collegium 5 honors, students must have a 3.5 grade point average, take 24 hours of honors-related work, and complete an honors capstone thesis or project. I would like to invite all C5 graduates here to stand as you are able and be recognized. Candidates, please be seated. Phi Kappa Phi is the nation's oldest, largest, and most selective all-discipline honor society. All Phi Kappa Phi members, please stand as you are able and be recognized. Please be seated. It is now my honor to certify the candidates for undergraduate degrees. Will all candidates who are to receive the bachelor degree please rise as able and remain standing? Dr. Benson, on behalf of the faculty, I certify to you that those candidates who have completed all of their academic requirements are entitled to receive their respective degrees. Candidates, please be seated. Will all candidates who are to receive master's degrees please rise as able and remain standing? Dr. Benson, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that the candidates who have completed all of their academic requirements are entitled to receive their master's degrees. Candidates, please be seated. Earlier today, a special recognition ceremony was conducted for graduating doctoral students. Each student who participated in this ceremony invited their advisor or another UTD faculty member to assist the Dean of Graduate Education in placing the doctoral hood of their commencement regalia over their heads. The conferral signified the candidate's success in completing their programs of study, leading to the highest academic degree offered by UT Dallas. Since the doctoral recipients are already hooded, it now remains only for them to receive their diplomas. I ask that all doctoral candidates now stand as able to be recognized. Candidates, please be seated. I turn the podium back to President Benson.
Thank you, Dean Murphy. And now, by virtue of the authority vested by law in the Board of Regents of the University of Texas System, I confer upon each of you the respective academic degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations appertaining thereunto, and I offer my sincere congratulations. So congratulations, one and all. I would like to thank the university staff who planned the university commencement ceremony and express my appreciation to the faculty and administrators who gave of their time today to participate. And now, comments, we have a few last assignments for you. Would you please rise as able and move your tassels from the right side to the left side? For those of you with class rings, I invite you to turn them so they now face away from you to point outward toward your future, symbolically pointing to your place in the larger world as UT Dallas alumni. And we will now take part in a new tradition introduced last year, the Comet Wave. So Comets, please activate the lights on your wristband. All right, I'm an engineer, I can do it. And now, with your lighted arm, reach up and clasp your cap. And on the count of 3, take your cap and wave it as if you were whooshing, but hang on to it because you're going to need that cap later this week. You ready? 1, 2, 3, whoosh! All right, please be seated, graduates. And let me be the first to offer my warmest congratulations to you and my very best wishes for a prosperous and joyful future. Some attending tonight have already crossed the stage, and last year's and our spring 2023 graduates will be walking in their school-based ceremonies this coming week. All have earned the degrees conferred upon them, and you have earned the right to be associated with a very special group of individuals. You may now call yourself alumni of the University of Texas at Dallas. I know for a fact that we have some alumni with us. Could I ask all UTD graduates to please stand and be recognized? Welcome back. case you're wondering, you are alumni. Get up. Get up. Okay, you got it. This ceremony marks a wonderful milestone, not only in your lives, but also in the life of the university. You may now sit down, alumni. I wish you all the best as you go into your new lives as graduates of the University of Texas at Dallas. And please enjoy your evening of celebration with your family and friends, and please return to us soon. And now, in your first act as alumni of UT Dallas, I again ask you to please rise as able, and I ask our guests to rise as able for the singing of the UT Dallas alma mater, led by the UT Dallas Chamber Singers. Please be seated. I do love that arrangement. So this has been a wonderful start to our week of commencement ceremonies. And now, as promised, we will light up the skies in true UTD style with a cosmic light show. And I suggest you remain where you are for the very best view of the show taking place directly overhead above this stage. And after that, please enjoy the farewell party hosted by Student Affairs near the Activity Center. So enjoy your celebration, Comets. The bright future is ahead. Congratulations.
Space, the final frontier.
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the path. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Full of stars, I think I saw you. get lighter, the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. Oh, I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Cause in the sky, full of
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. With song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. find a place to raise your kids. In fact, it's stop me now. Don't stop me. 'Cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. A shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. 'Cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me now. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. Yeah. I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars on a collision course. I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sex machine ready to reload. Like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic woman of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me. Hey, hey, hey! Don't stop me, don't stop me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Have a good time, good time. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Supersonic man out of you. Stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time. Don't stop me. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
The celebration continues. Look for the entrance to the farewell celebration near the Activity Center.
To last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good